All right, time for the world portion of this little duel playthrough. Again, I plan on doing multiple. If you didn't see the first part, I'm just comparing. If you're into Monster Hunter at all, I'm sure you have seen the discussion around the game. So I just want to do my own testing and satisfy myself and come to a conclusion on my own. I'm going to still use Charge Blade, and I am going to actually make up a couple of rules here. Try to base this similarly to Wilds. So, still going to use Charge Blade, going to upgrade my weapon as much as I want. Use whatever weapon I want, though I didn't really have to upgrade it in Wilds other than making the Iron one and Hope, and I'm probably just going to swap back and forth between those, depending on what materials I get. I'm going to stick in base armor. It's the same 11 defense. The only problem here is that you don't get like level 3 Divine Blessing, so it will be a bit more rough. The rule is going to be either if I fail a quest or for world take 20 minutes on a quest, I'll upgrade armor. I'll go through and pick out pieces of armor and just make them like I've been doing. If not, if I only faint 2 times and complete the quest fairly handily time-wise, then I'm not going to worry about it. That's going to be similar to Wilds. I do want to say for Wilds, since you do have the mount, and that makes it significantly faster to move around, I may consider 15 minutes on that, because I don't really see, maybe Zoshia. Zoshia is probably the one that's going to take the longest, but at that point, that's credits, and that's what I'm working towards. Gotta remember what I'm doing here, because I have been playing a decent amount of Wilds. And it's been a couple of months since I've played World. So I did originally actually start Charge Blade with World way a long time ago. I don't need to eat for this. And stopped at Anjanath. Anjanath was just too much for me to use Charge Blade with. So I switched either to Dual Blade for a bit and then to Lance. I may have used Insect Glaive. I think I used Insect Glaive actually. I just use a bunch of different things. And eventually I stuck with Lance until Lance just kind of felt bad without guard skills, and then switched to something else. Though until I actually got Iron Wall, jewels, and stuff. Actually, I may have just stuck with Eragon. It's a long time ago. I think right before Iceborne came out was when I got World. Wonder why my weapon got jumped there. Oh well. What is happening? Why is that happening? Hold on. I'm gonna unplug the controller and plug it back in. See if that'll quit that, because it is just drawing my weapon for some reason. Yeah, something's wrong. Hold on. Maybe it's my mouse. This certainly is not boding well. What's the deal? As the USB finally gave up? Don't wave me. I'm coming. We'll see. May have actually given out, and that's not good for comparison's sake at the very least. And I may need to turn the contrast down, because it is a bit dark. Like, I can barely see. You can see a bit better than I can. So I will actually drop that a little bit. Just so I can see. But not gonna upgrade armor until either fail a quest. And again, upgrading armor is not an issue really in either game, because as I've shown before in the other playthroughs, you can kind of just make random pieces along the way until high rank, and then you can make a set. These are all working pretty well. I don't have to carve Jagras at all. Okay. Go back in here, kill one more. We'll start mining. And World will, I don't know. It just depends. Like, in theory, it should go faster because I know a bit more about what to do and I'm not just fumbling controls and stuff, but... Oh, there's a lot of stuff in World that does just kind of pad things out. And definitely the cutscenes are a very large negative on World side. If I can remember how to do this. May not. I think you go through here. I think this is not the right direction. This is the right direction. And like last time, I may not talk very much because I'm just focusing on taking stuff in. And I'm gonna have to do this. I forgot. Okay, back to the title screen. Again, I'll say this. I'm really not a big fan of the always online aspect. Just not a thing. Because remember, I started with Generations, right? And then I moved to Double Cross For You, and then finally World. What in the world is going on with the mini-map? Kind of jittering. That looks a bit odd. Oh well. But I'm more used to the made to be able to play multiplayer, but not necessarily made to be always online. And I like that better. I like it with the what is it? The event quests. Just everything I feel flows better. And obviously here I'm not using Defender gear because that was added in Iceborne. The only other problem, and I'm not going to use Slinger Bursts too much. Those are, again, things that were added in Iceborne along with Claggers. Yeah, it's going to make the game easier, obviously. And I don't want to put in too much effort to downgrade World because I don't want to worry about any compatibility issues or save file problems. Which I have multiple backups now from the other save files, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. Again, I think for the most part, I'm really just trying to compare it to what I've experienced in those last few playthroughs, other than the little armor limitation I'm putting myself on. All right. Meat. And again, like I said last time, I'm not sure if it would be better just to use Bone Axe. Like, maybe it would be better. Like, what sharpening? I mean, that's not great for Savage Axe. Savage Axe is using dual blades level sharpness, right? So, it may actually just be better in low rank and high rank to use it. It may not. I don't know. I'm sure Defender, it's obviously better for Savage Axe because you get really good sharpness. You also have a status you're applying. So those extra hits do mean something. I don't know if there's like a negative multiplier on Savage Axe element and status. Probably, but not really probably enough for it to actually matter. Ow. I'm fixing the cart to my friend. Ow. Cool. And yeah, I'm already in green. Or yellow, not green. I need to turn off the tracking thing too. Where is it at? There we go. Okay. So I think you go into a shield charge, but you press ZL instead of ZR. It's been a while since I played World Charge Blade. I played, and again, this was like a little bit of it on my hammer save. Like I wanted to practice against Nerg since he was giving me so much trouble. Yeah, okay, that's how you do it. Look at that sharpness go down. I still feel like, even though it's taking so much sharpness away, it still might be really good. And I am excited for the 4 playthrough. Well, I've probably said that before, but I am actually really excited to dive into that. I've got an itch I want to scratch, and it's not really being scratched the way I want it to be. So I am excited to maybe see if that'll scratch it. I wonder, I've said this before, but I wonder if you like hack it and you have fast run speed if he just teleports or whatever happens there. This is the part where you just navigate the map. Don't even look at your character. And I don't have long to play for this section. Obviously, it won't matter for you because I'm just going to put it into the same part, but I do have stuff to do. Giving me a great opportunity for this. If I could clutch, please. It's not a hook slinger, certainly. Boy, it certainly is not. There it goes. It's gonna miss. I greatly overestimated its reach. Now, interesting thing about Savage Axe here is that you are timed on your files. And I will be, well, I don't know. I'm not going to make it a rule, but I'll try not to abuse Quaggers too much. Certainly not Slinger Burst. Didn't mean to do that. Ow. Well, gotta heal. Not the Mega Potion, and don't need to drink a Mega Potion. That is a waste. Didn't really have a good showing there. Again, I need to get back into the flow of World. Like, I still remember some stuff, and at the very least, I'm not like hitting focus mode buttons or anything. That's not happening, thankfully. Yeah, I may just want to actually just try raw stuff for now until my sharpness gets a little better. Yeah, I'm thinking, gotta jump to different points and make more wounds. Nope. You actually attack the back because it's a bit harder. Places worse when mounting because it takes longer to actually stab it. Where are you going now? It's probably eating. Can't say I've ever let Jagras get this far. Hello. Haha. There we go. All right. Don't want a torch. I want to carve my friend. I could probably ignore him, honestly, and just go for more ore. Ore will be useful. Thanks, piercing pod. Okay. Weird. Hello, carrier ant. I would like to grab a bone pile, but it may have been better to just go. Okay, I went the wrong way anyways. Good job. Would have been better to just go for ore. Can't really have too much of it this early on. All right, Kulu time. Resource. All right. At some point, I will fight Rathian. Because I'm not as worried about the comparison because I don't want to actually have to farm mega potion stuff. Tiny or flash bugs. Although I guess flash bugs are a bit easier since they're something you're maybe not using as often as honey. Yep, I know. But I think I'm going to do this little armor stipulation for these two playthroughs. And then the next one, I'm just going to do make armor as I go. That way I get a good feel for both. Maybe. Hopefully. With that being said, I know I'm going to fail a couple of hunts here. Like, for sure. Diablos, I mean, I tried doing this with just bone armor and stuff, and it didn't go very well with Greatsword. And the Greatsword playthrough, like, you could, there's highlights of it, and then there's the full VOD, and it didn't go very well against Diablos. I think I either failed 2 or... Yeah, I think I failed 2. It's either I failed 2 or failed 1 and carded 2 times on it. It's like, yeah. Yep. Hey, buddy. Yeah, we're good on you for now. Uh-oh. Did the game crash? It crashed. That should be fine. Let's see if I can't get that booted back up. Not sure why it would have crashed, but I guess I'll meet you back at the cutscene. Okay, we're back. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Please don't crash. We're good. Let's go find our buddy. Ow. That didn't work. That hit. Yes, heal me, thank you. That does bounce. I was curious if that had a mind's eye or not. Don't waste it. Where are you going? What are you doing, bud? You just taking a stroll? Okay. All right, good job. Oh, I love that so much better. I love being able to go into a double swing just from hitting X. Wonder if... I think it still does on Greatsword, but I wonder if it still consumes sharpness. I would assume so in Wilds. To block? Could be wrong, though. I mean, orange sharpness. Lead this. I do not have motion controls. I will say that is a nice advancement at the very least for slinger aiming. I shouldn't have to sharpen, maybe. Not really doing much damage though with files. Guess I really shouldn't expect that. Boy, he's going pretty far now. Uh-oh. I see a pink T-Rex coming to meet Kulu. There we go. Okay, good job. I should have just tried to shoot the piercing bow at it as it was leaving. I will carve you though, my friend. Won't let you go to waste. So, current time looks like maybe I'll be able to get Broth done before I have to leave. However, we'll see. I'm not 100% certain on that. Probably one of the easier Kulus, though, that I've had, which is good. That is good. Gonna buy a whole bunch of these. Maybe not 100 and something of them, but about 70 of them feels fine. Okay. I do know about these. I don't even know. I think the only time I've probably ever used an SOS player was maybe in Rise, just because I wanted to see how it worked. But I never found the need to or want to. Because normally, you know, older games, multiplayer is easier. But in the newer games, it's actually more difficult. You normally leave pretty quickly. Oh, maybe not. Surprised that reached. Now, we will have a friend coming in here somewhat shortly, or sometime shortly. It's gonna hit me. My bad. That hit me too. You would think I would know how to fight a Puke, but I do not. He's doing that. I think Andrew's maybe gonna be here. Or you're just leaving. Oh no, you're not leaving, not yet. You gonna drop? I am on a timer. You drop? Alright, fine. Why did I avoid that roar? I know I'm in red. Now, do those attacks have mind's eye, I wonder? All right, off he goes. Wrong direction. I knock you out already? Maybe I'm just not aiming for the head enough. Ow. Poison is pretty scary here. And you get applied with it pretty quickly. I'm just gonna heal this and hope for the best. Don't know if I like that noise. Oh, it's just Jagras. You're not gonna hit me, are you? Okay, you know what? It's not worth it. Poison does last a while, too. Okay. What you doing down there, buddy? Oh, I see. Okay. Another weird thing where the monster runs away and I smack him once and he dies. Do I have enough time? I've got under 15 minutes, right? So the question is, will Baroth take that long? Baroth himself, probably not. But the other things that Baroth drags along with him, they may take a little bit longer. Okay. Guess it's just a quest. That's fine. Restock potions. That's all I really need right now. Yeah, we'll just jump into it. There's going to be plenty of time to do things on this hunt, so I'm not really worried about eating or anything beforehand. Because guess what? It's a walk and talk. Wait a second. Something's not right here. There were two of them all along. They're twins. How was I not told this? That is so weird. You think they would have thought about that, right? All right. Bye-bye, doppelganger. I wonder if there's a way to, like, get them both in the same screen. All right. And I'm not even going to worry. I guess I could grab trap materials, right? I'm not going to worry about nitro shrooms and stuff because I didn't even get barrels to make bombs. And realistically, that's all extra stuff to make it easier. That's not, you know, just charging straightforward. I think the herb icon's actually a little bit lighter than what I'm used to. Should be some parashrooms over here. Grab those. I'll look into grabbing boulder bones as well once we trigger the Rathian thing. A little early. There's an ore node I can grab. Light crystal. After this, I'll check and upgrade.
やはり
ねえムートだ SE1 くだい
ほらルニーよ
E3 はずねいいが
There's a flash bug. Yeah, that's what we're looking for up here. Again, flash bugs are definitely a useful resource for certain monsters. Like some you can ignore, like Legiona. You know, you don't need them for Legiona. It just helps a little bit. Rathalos is one that you definitely want them for.
モーキ
よれやる命のラーティスクーティラとベークスベーキャナダ
ピタティダリーダクールキアだランディリルドゥトゥ
Two sets of bones here. I don't know if this one can have boulder bones. I think the other one can, but this one might as well. You just have a better chance at better stuff with the sparkling bone pile. I think they're used for charms. Like that's the specific speedrun use, however, may be useful for weapons as well. And maybe bone armor needs it, but I'm pretty sure those are just ancient bones. Actually did not have 15 minutes. I forgot I had to pause the recording because of the crash. So don't have much longer. I think I'll have enough for Baroth because he goes home pretty quickly.
パーススニョ
He has less health than Puke, from what I remember.
焼きリオレアだルディアルリオレイヤシムステラシリ
All that matters is really
ルートで
how much you hit the arms compared to the head. Because the head's not very good. I guess tail was probably okay, but the arms are the big damage weak spot.
スクティディマグダロウスクガゼディオスルタラレオレタイズライシホララトゥデオフィタ
Oh, you're not going to make this easy, are you? And I guess it's a way of getting you to explore the map. It's like either follow this thing and be bored the entire time or run around and collect stuff. I think there's a bone pile over here. Yep.
ベルディ
ニュクトカイコラファタ
スララームステ
Could have grabbed pedal pods. Those would have been nice. All right, I'm ready. Diablos is here early. Oh, because he hit the thing, or maybe I hit it. I don't know why I would have hit it, but it happened. Might be dead here. I don't know if he's chasing, if he knows, or if he's just leaving. Looks like he's just leaving. Yeah, I'm surprised it does so little damage. Okay, that does hit still. And I'm stunned. And this stun you cannot break out of. You have to sit there for the entire duration. Alright, buddy. You gonna stop screaming? You gonna stop? Fine, I'll take it into my own hands to get you to stop. I don't like that. I'd like to not slide, please. There we go. Thank you. Okay, buddy. We get it. You have lungs. Golly. He's putting up a fight. I don't know if I like that very much because I don't have much time left. It's my own fault, though. Really should be using my sword or shield more actually, since I have charged up. I'm just used to the shield like being considered not very good, but it's probably okay this early on. Knockback's, you know, not great, but what can you do? That was good damage. You ain't gonna let me do anything, are you? Yeah, I'm surprised at how little damage the single files are doing. Thought they were better than that. I know they scale off of raw, but Should be able to just S80 here. Well, you're gonna let me move, are you? That tracks. Okay, you can break that. That is not safe cover. Just gotta let you know I'm angry. Growl. Okay. Come on. Yeah. Fight is a bit more difficult when you have only yellow sharpness. There we go, finally. I mean, that took 15 minutes by itself. However, again, I don't think escort quests quite count as actually adding to the timer. However, again, he did give me a bit of trouble. Remember, I don't use Charge Blade that much. I used it a decent amount, but, you know, in terms of figuring out, especially this monster, like it's different. Has a hard head. If you drop down to yellow, the rest of its body's pretty hard other than the arms and maybe the tail. If he falls over the wrong direction, you have to hit the back, which isn't great. Yeah, you bounce off of that. Bounce off of that. Tail. You can cut the tail. And the arms. And the bottom, no, not even the bottom of the face. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and pause, and then I will see you whenever I get a chance to record again. Okay, I am back. It is time for Geratodus. I guess I can refill items. And I also won't be making the Pokebo since I haven't made anything for the Palico Wilds. Not that I thought about that, but I did realize I didn't make it and I could, but I'm not going to. Guess I don't have to eat. I mean, realistically, again, all I need are potions at this point. I do forget, I think the tree sets up maybe after Zora, something like that. I never realized at what specific point you get it, but that will be useful for mega potions. Got booster, that's good. Now the flops here will do a very, very, very decent amount of damage if I'm not careful. So I need to focus on not taking those. And this would be Balahara, right? I think it's Balahara. gonna grab these for trike gathering later. So we've got Balahar and then Doshiguma.
ラ
Those
ボルボロス
spines look awfully shiny.
レガニエテルラユラゴフォースをリオテ
Ignore that. Don't see what I just tried to do there. I was so good about not doing it last time. I did it immediately did it this time though. I think I said I was going to try to upgrade weapon next, but again, I think this is fine. I'm not really too worried about it here. You're not really flopping, are you? That's good. Don't drink that mega potion. I am bouncing quite a bit, which isn't great. I don't like that. First pod. There's a flop. Not really? Okay, fair enough. The train is a bit weird over here. Again, I'm having a hard time of actually figuring out what I want to do with the weapon. Because I'll spam may just be better right now. I don't know. Also interesting, it only did 9 there. Maybe booster wore off, and that's why. So I don't want to overcharge. However, it is nice to have an ability to actually just recharge files if I do go for Savage Axe. I don't think I need to do that here. I think I need to do SAD. Okay. I mean, yeah, SAD does a very decent amount of damage. It's just getting it off. So I might just stick with SAD until I get enough sharpness for Savage Axe to be viable without having to sharpen every couple of combos. Okay. Got a torrent sack or a flood sack? I don't remember what it's called. Aqua sack, maybe? I want to say there's something for that for the farm. It may be fertilizer. However, I think you need 2, which I think I only got 1 there.
ガキをニューミーシラそうアンジャラフミフがラだなローニュートニーリーニラだケダオーリ
Alright, I'll go check and see if I can upgrade. Because Toby is a good candidate for Savage Axe. Like, Barath would be better for SAD, while Toby is really good for Savage Axe. I could upgrade into Gyarados. That is better, but it is power element, so it actually is not better. It's kind of funny though. Very rare that you actually just get random enough materials for that. 360, decent sharpness versus 396. Very small. In fact, these two are similar. It's just one has impact and the other doesn't. Okay, make this. That might be enough for comfortable Savage Axe. I don't know. Not you. You're not a botanist.
Nasro. Lumo.
Alright, now we can fight Toby.
ワーグリシ飛びかがちやお。ムセウディアニ。
I think that'll be closest. I did just get off work, so I'm a little tired, so I won't be talking too much. Maybe I'll get my energy back some way through this. Somewhere through this.
ただ。スケメだ。ティフェガキシ。あ、メホキーフィル。
Today was, if you're even interested in it at all, you may not be, since this is Monster Hunter, but the Mario Kart Direct was today. And, you know, it was neat that there wasn't anything I didn't expect to be in there. Missions are pretty cool, right? So it looks really fun. Wasn't particularly I think they could have maybe just made it an overview trailer, but normally those are released right before release, right? So maybe they just wanted to call it a direct. It is maybe a bit long for an overview trailer, but that's exactly what it felt like to me. But I mean, it's whatever. They can call it whatever they want to call it. Ow. Oh boy. Oh, this attack. I'm probably going to use shield here quite a bit. Didn't get to shield there. Let's not. This may be like a single strike monster. Yeah, that's what it's feeling like. Really want to stay topped up here. I know how Toby goes. Now? Oh, yes. Okay, I can get an nice AED. Oh, I might rather would just do Savage X. I don't know. Find it weird how that's called SAD when this is an SAD. These are two very different things. Sorry, buddy, you did it to yourself. You're having a hard time, ain't you? Hold on. Yeah, that feels the best for right now. Get it down. Launch your missiles. Don't worry about sharpness or anything. Alright, well, I'm not wasting it. Got a pot out of him. That was good. Think you're down here? And if that's the case... Have you just done yourself in? Oh no, you haven't. That takes so long to actually activate. Now he could tail smack me here. He's not. There's pod 2. Probably should refill on those. Come on. Alright, thank you, Slope. Definitely don't want to actually do normal attacks. I want to slide. Okay, double hit. That actually almost carded me. There we go. A couple more potions. If I wanted to, I could go down there for trap materials, but I really am not going to be bothered by it. Try to grab this ore. Let's grab the ore. I think ore's more important than honey right now. All right. So tree is ready, I think. There is a bit of, not delay, but in lag, I guess, on your menu inputs when you exit a menu. Makes it take longer to move. So I end up mashing a direction and failing. Okay, Angina. We'll see how this goes. Definitely probably gonna have to use some mega potions here. You know, I probably could just avoid eating here until I get the last one before Zeno, and then just watch them all at once, because I doubt it actually makes you watch them all if you get another upgrade before you watch it again. That seems fine. 5 mega potions is a-okay with me. Check something real quick. See how long I've been recording. Alright. And Janelle. Oh boy. These are bits here. So this would be Uthduna. I'm gonna try to work on him right here. It's actually a pretty long down. Usually Brute Wyverns don't have that long of a down. And I'm just gonna stay topped up on this spot too. Fire attack. All right. I may fish for a leg topple. We'll see. Aww. Shield's working pretty well at the very least. Do I have any herbs? I'd rather heal up with an herb if I could. I don't want to keep using potions. I don't see any though. Alright, we'll wait. We'll risk it. Let's try this one. There we go. Gonna stay towards the tail. I don't want to get the throat pop. Didn't matter. Terrible. Awful. Should have just recharged shield. Now that has done a lot of damage to me before on the Puke hunt. I don't know if he has higher attack modifiers though on the Puke hunt. Wow, that did a lot at full. This is dangerous. I might be dead here. No, we're good. Not yet though. I really don't feel safe sticking near him at all, which is different. However, I have more experience. Can you come back up here, buddy? I've got a present for you. Now, does he do the sweeping flame breaths in low rank? I think he does. I think he only just does that. And then the little nose sniffs. Yeah, see, that's the normal brute wyvern down. Might be dead here. Not yet. There's a pod though. Probably want to recharge shield. He normally doesn't take this path. Like, hunts are taking longer because I'm being less aggressive, but I don't know this weapon well enough to be aggressive with it. So I'd rather just play the long game, even if I'm not getting amazing DPS off. It'd be better than just carting and having to walk back. Ow. There we go. Okay. Could I have rolled? Probably should have rolled. Yeah, I would have been fine to roll, but I didn't. I thought I was far enough away. That was a misjudgment on my part. However, it was still earlier. That would have been a cart to Uthuna. But I think, what, it's Uthuna, then Rompapolo, and then Raidel. So 2 monsters behind. I'll chug some rations, get some stamina back. Now, I wouldn't have had to recharge there, however. I did die. No, I want the herbs. He's exhausted and not what I wanted to do. Oh wait. No. No flint shots. Those didn't exist in base world. Those leg cakes aren't the worst in the world. I can take those. There's pod 2, so he should be limping now. It's gonna take 10 minutes. So I can either, for the next weapons, do sword and shield, which will be very much weighted in Wild's favor because it's just like the most overpowered weapon in the game. Or I could do Lance. I don't know though. Again, I don't want to play Insect Glaive in Wilds. Like, I love Glaive in World because ground combos are just so nice in this game, but in Wilds, it's just kind of not a thing there. Your X refresh that you use to refresh your infinite, don't even bother with it because it's so slow now. It's slow, it deals less damage from what I can tell. Just kind of a sad thing all the way around, so I don't want to use that weapon. Definitely not going to use Gun Lance for a fair comparison because that's not going to be fair at all. I don't know. Not sure. It's either going to be Sword and Shield or Lance, I think, at this current thought process. Because, again, I'm wanting to use a weapon I haven't made a playthrough yet of World with. Nice tail cut. I've not really even been hitting the tail that much. Not bad. This is also not a terribly fun place to fight Anja. Now that is a backwards hitbox, so I do need to be careful. Ow. Oh, okay. I guess I could have went into shield there. Again, the combos are a thing. They do exist. And I don't really have a get out of jail free card. Not that I would have used that in Wilds anyways. It's more or less me just misjudging distances and not really having the monster in view. So I'm not really prepared to counteract what it's doing. If that makes any sense. But it's almost 15 minutes. For an Anja, the longest Anja so far, that's for sure. But I think I know why. Got 10 fire resistance though, that's pretty good. Right? You went back to sleep, you did not. Alright, buddy. And that's like his big attack. He combos it and stuff. I'm gonna try to just play this safe and close it out. Oh no. I don't want to die here. And I'm not fighting you down here. Oh yeah, definitely should be going for the legs a lot more because once they're broken, they're somewhat of a weak spot. Tried to shield charge there. It looked like I could. Should be going down sometime soon, buddy. Wait, there's a third pod. What? Oh, he may have dropped that because he was exhausted. That's gonna hit and hurt. Again, he's doing a majority of my health. Uthuna was doing a lot, but I think the having less health part is really just giving Anja that edge. Alright, there we go. Took a while, and it's only going to be longer from here. Odogaron's not going to be fun. And again, the more I have to play it safe, the longer it takes. That's why the 20-minute limit is on. It's going to be 20 for World, 15 for Wild, because Wild you have the bird, so feigning isn't as punishing. But, I mean, yeah. But if you're not playing perfectly around him, he's going to hit you sometimes. And depending on what he hits you with, he can combo you. And that's, I think, part of the thing. So, I could have shielded, right? Like, my thing there was that it was user error. I did not expect that attack to hit me from that range. So if I had more knowledge of it, I could have maybe blocked it, right? A very similar situation to, honestly, Raidel when he carded me. I thought he was going to do a laser, so I was trying to run away instead of blocking it. However, he just did the swoop thing, which has more tracking than the laser. And that's what done me in. Now the question is, and I haven't really thought about this yet, how many monsters do you go through in World Story? I think we're at monster number, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? I'm not going to count Zora because I don't think they count Zora. Because there's nothing like Zora. And Zora's not really a fight. You do... Yes, you have to fight Nurg, but So 7 here, Plumu's 8, Legiana's 9, Odogaron's 10, Radabon's 11. I'm not counting them in order. Rathalos 12, Diablos 13. Then you have high rank Puke, which is 14. High rank Anja, which is 15. High rank Picrathian, which is 16. Then Nergigante, which is 17. Teostra 18. What's the other one? Valhazak 19. Kushala Daor 20. So 21. So yeah, it's fairly comparable. If you're not counting Zora, you only have 1 extra hunt in World. Probably need Dragonite Ore to upgrade, so that's where. Oh. I'll just do this hunt and then we'll see. Ooh, more health and more attack and polisher. Not that matters here. Would have been nice against Anjanath or a Gyarados. Would have been really nice against Gyarados. Should only take about 15 minutes. If I remember everything correctly. Think he's close enough. Already? Did I hit the beard? You're not supposed to do that. That's not supposed to happen. I guess I hit the beard. I should have waited a little longer. there making him flinch too. Oh no. That's why I thought it was so weird. You don't use the cannon first, you shoot at his tummy. No, you shoot at the beard. You shoot 20 at the beard. Okay, I completely forgot. You break the beard and then you go in and sell your stuff. I think it's the beard. I'm pretty sure it's the beard. I could be wrong. It might not be the beard. It may have been the stomach and the ballast ammo. Or sorry, the cannon ammo did enough to the stomach. All right. And then we get rid of these fellas. Went down in one hit. Haha. You know what? It's just better to do this. Good job. Any more? I think that's it. All right, let them have their fun. I am terrible at menuing. Do not pay attention to me. I wish you could hit down and just select all of them. Okay. Are you done yet? Yeah, I don't remember the exact order of events you're supposed to do this, but I have a feeling he's fixing to stop, back up, and come over here. Maybe I haven't done enough damage. Okay, then there may actually be a damage threshold. Either that or I'm just not being patient enough. That might be the case, but I'm pretty sure we're on him by this point. Again, it's been, you know, a couple of months since I've played. Wow. I don't think you have to do that. I may be doing this wrong. I don't remember for whatever reason. But this certainly is not the most entertaining thing I could be doing. All right. Yeah, I think I messed something up pretty poorly there. Either I didn't do enough damage and that didn't speed him up fast enough, or I flinched him too much. But something definitely felt wrong. And now we just farm more. Again, the only interesting thing about this is going to be how near Gigante is against this armor. Do those react with him exploding? Kind of looked like it. Be cool if it did. Let me go see. It should be primed. Oh no, it's not. It's not, unfortunately. Is there not? Okay, I don't know why I thought there was one down there. Maybe it's in the second fight that it's down there. It's not there right now, for sure. I mean, yeah, I really do not. I don't think they even considered this, and I'm not really going to either. When paralleling, because Ron Popolo and Palumu fit so much better as parallels. Not necessarily because of, you know, how they look or fight or anything, but because they're in a new area and they're both fairly interesting. I guess they both kind of have different ways of using air. One fills his body up with air pretty much like its cheeks, and the other one I think does similarly. I don't know how Ron Popolo works, but it kind of looks like that. So I mean, if that's the case, again, he sticks it into the ground, his little stinger, and uses it to like disturb oil. I assume that's just air or heat, but even then, you know, that's still a thing. Raidou doesn't really fit with what is it, Radobon? I think it's Radobon, right? You fight Radobon and then Legiana, Odogaron, Rathalos, Diablos. We're getting there, but yeah, we're past the 15-minute mark, so I did something wrong in that opening. However, again, I'm not gonna count this if I go over 20 minutes. It does not. This is not a quest I would ever consider. But yeah, oh, we went over 20 minutes, so we can upgrade armor. No, that's not fair. Not fair to Wilds. As nice as it would be to have a little more armor, but we don't. He should be arriving at any point. I don't think this is it. I think you drop down further. Oh, they won't let you. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Alright, nerd. How are you gonna fight? No, this is the top. Okay, never mind. Decent damage. All right, there we go. Not really that difficult. Got hit once, but again, it's a set piece. You're not supposed to have a hard time fighting him. All right. Still on pace though, which is good. That is very much good. Not on pace with Wilds. Obviously, Wilds has gone a bit faster, but Zora, and that's another reason why I wouldn't consider Zora, because Zora is just such a big roadblock. Now, you know, it's up to you if you like Zora. I think you can do a siege fight better. Is it the worst one in the world? No. I can't really say it is, but it just really depends on what you're comparing it to. Either way, thank you for watching. That's finally the end of this part. Next will be Wilds Part 2, and we will see how far we can get with that. Ideally, Wilds is like only 3 VODs. It may end up being 4. I don't know. It really depends on how much acceleration you can get by just running through. Because remember, I did the hammer playthrough in 4 parts of this, and that was only because I was able to fit the grinding for Rathalos materials in and cut out the track gathering. We'll see how it goes. Either way, once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next part. Bye.